Football fans, it's been a while. Thank you for joining us with Third Down with Morgan Holder. I am the smart one, Morgan.
And I am, oh my God, I got to do this again with you, Holder. Oh,
Absolutely.
it's going to
Absolutely,
be a
my
long
guy.
season.
It's going to be an awesome season. I'm prepared. I'm ready. Week one starts off in a little bit. But before we get started, I got to give my shout outs. Holder, I know your shout outs is terrible, so I'm going to go first, okay? Your
You
sucks.
go ahead. You know nothing about my shout.
All right, if you say so, buddy. First take with the best analyst out there, Stephen A. Smith. And then I also want to give a shout out to First Thing First with Nick Wright. And then Manning
Ugh.
Cast with one of the greatest quarterbacks to play football, Peyton Manning and his little brother, Eli Manning.
Oh my God, you have been seriously on the sauce this off season.
That's the ones that I watched. Those are pretty good. Who's yours? Oh, I know who yours is.
The pivot, of course.
I know who yours is. It doesn't even count.
The pivot, and the Pat McAfee show. I dropped Get Up because that chick Kmart is on. Can't stand her.
Aww. But your Super Bowl winner was on there. What happened?
Oh, Ryan Clark.
Yeah.
Ryan Clark is on the pivot. He's his
Shut up.
own.
Shut up, Holder. I was being sarcastic, buddy. I was giving you a hard time. Okay? Shut up. We haven't argued like this for a while, and I want to give you something to argue about. Hey, first of all, Holder, before we get started with anything, did you hear about the rookie from the 49ers, Ricky, getting shot from attempt of robbery?
I heard something about that, but I didn't pay much attention to it. What do you know?
I mean, as of right now, ESPN is still saying he's in serious, you know, stable condition. I I think he's gonna make it.
You,
I think what's going on is wrong place, wrong time. I mean, yeah, everybody knows he got drafted, but I'm under the impression maybe he hasn't signed his rookie contract yet, and they thought he did. I don't know. I don't know much details besides what I just said about him being in stable condition.
well, was he committing the robbery or was he just there?
He was there. I mean, from what I gathered from listening to other things out there, from insides and ESPN being one of them, he was shot in the back and amidst his
Hmm.
vital organs. So it was a 17-year-old that did this, and for me, I have a 17-year-old myself. I have to blame the parents on this one. Raise your kids better.
You have to blame your parents on all events of crime that occur with youngsters, man. It's out of control.
It really is. It really is. Again, I want to give my condolences to that family, and hopefully the suspect gets behind bars. I mean, nothing else I can say besides that part, and stop the gun
Well,
violence.
they need to try these kids like adults.
They do, and here's the thing: 17, one more year to be 18, maybe less than a few months to be 18, right? I still say charge the parents as well. That way, it cracks down these type of violence.
So you're saying the kid and the parent.
Absolutely, all three of them. Look, I'm not the judge.
Did
I'll take
you,
the whole family out. Whole family got to go. All of them got to go to jail.
did you, did you just curse on my show?
Yep, that's one cuss word for the week. Actually, might be more coming. I'm just saying this one so far. So
Yeah, I do. I agree.
moving forward, on some other events. Did you catch anything about Dallas Cowboys and the Lions and trade talks with Micah Parsons?
No, that one slipped by me, but I'm not surprised.
And here's the thing: if this happens, if he does go to the Lions, I'm a Vikings fan. Everybody knows I love the Vikings. I believe the purple and gold. Okay, if Micah Parsons goes to the Lions and he teams up with Hutchinson over there, that defense is going to be phenomenal for years to come.
Now, is that news from a reliable source?
I'm going to say 50-50 because the reliable source sometimes gets ahead of themselves and they say this information and yet nothing happens. 50-50. Because this reliable source also said that CD Lamb is done in Dallas, but yet he signed with Dallas.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of that going around, especially with the Brandon Ayuk trade.
I told you he wasn't going to pick. You didn't want to listen. I thought he was going to go to either Cleveland or New England. I didn't think he was going to stay in the 49ers.
Now, why would he go to New England?
New England needs a wideout. Money talks. But I guess talent around him talks as well because he's staying with the best quarterback in the league right now.
Money talks. Look what it's done for Davante Adams. Nothing.
He should never win.
Nothing.
He should never even ask for it. He should have stayed in the Packers. And I don't like Jordan Love. Not taking nothing away from Jordan Love because he's a good athlete. He's not the greatest quarterback, but he's a good athlete. I think if Davante Adams would have stayed, he would have made Jordan Love better off the field, on the field. But he wanted the money. He wanted to go where he thought was the best fit. And now look at him. He's crying like a little baby. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Terrell Owens and that's the other guy that played for Pittsburgh.
Terrell Owens.
Yeah, he cries. And
Terrell Owens
Antonio Brown. He reminds me of Brown and
Terrell was just arrogant.
T.O., they don't give me the ball. I want the ball. But yeah, when you get the ball, you can't catch the fucking ball. Stop complaining.
He was arrogant.
Wasn't that good. He might be a top 50, but that's about it.
No, I remember when what's the guy in Washington, safety, Sean
Taylor. Man, I miss that guy.
Sean Taylor lit him up.
Oh, there's a few other ones too. He ain't the other one. I want to say Ed Reed might be another one.
There was quite a few. It made him shut up.
But when he went to Dallas, he was all over. That's my quarterback. Leave my quarterback alone. But yet, when they don't win a playoff game, he blames Romo. It's his fault. No, you couldn't catch the ball. That's why they lost. He threw the ball. You couldn't catch it.
Well, Romo did love going to the tight end a lot.
And we see what happened. Why? He went to T.O. and look what happened. Drop a pass, can't catch.
Isn't T.O. a part of Deion Sanders?
I think so. You know, make it so bad. I think my 10-year-old can catch better than T.O. I'm just saying. And he plays Little League football. He don't even play NFL.
Still hating on T.O., huh?
Yeah, T.O. was washed up. And that's why Colorado ain't going to do nothing this year because they got T.O. over there. Take him off the sidelines and you be good. They barely lost. I mean, that tells you something. They got all this good talent, but barely lost to a known team.
Well,
moving forward from
T.O. Morgan, what can you do?
Hope they fail. I don't know. Moving on from T.O.'s dumbass.
Morgan, what can you do?
Have you heard anything about Edwards' the Chiefs running back, that he came out a few years ago saying he had PTSD. What do you guys say about that?
I don't have much to say about it. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I don't,
But
the man said he was diagnosed with it.
here's the thing: why is it being brushed under the rug though? Like he openly, admittedly said that, but like NFL is just like brushing beneath the rug, like, oh, it's okay, nothing to see here. You know,
I don't know. I mean, is that what your beef is? The NFL is
I think
ignoring it?
I think the NFL, I think they ignore a lot of stuff. And I'm not knocking, NFL per se. It's more Roger Goodell. I think Roger Goodell has a bad tendency of hiding things, not caring about things. I mean, look at Tua, for example. A couple years ago, Tua had that, bad concussions here against the Bills and the Bengals, and yet nothing got done. And now this, Clyde Edwards comes forward, PTSD, and come and find out why he has it. A few years ago, while I was at LSU, a kid got shot because they tried to get robbed. No one said who it was, but we know who it was. We know it was Clyde. We know he was involved in this. That's why he has this.
Well, I think Goodell I think he does his job, but I think the NFL is.
He does a shitty job. Don't lie. He does a shitty job.
They're giving the players the opportunity to make their own life decisions. So if you know you have something and you choose to play, that's you gambling your life away or your health away.
Here's the thing. I think it should be mandatory. If you come out with PTSD, I think it's mandatory. You have to go to a counselor. Still the rest of the season. Go to a counselor. Because here's the thing. That's serious. He can commit suicide. You don't know what he goes through his mind.
Well, that's the same thing with CTE too. I mean,
take that shit serious. Go get checked. I think Roger Goodell needs to make that a statement of, hey, if you have these diseases, you need to go get seen. You need to get checked. Don't hide it.
Well, Morgan, I agree with you, but do you think the NFL or the GMs, the GMs have a lot to do with this too?
That's true. And I mean, Grant, he's not. He's on the active roster, but he's not. If that makes sense, because I think he's on a practice squad still, like a reserve. But still, I think they should okay, hey, Clyde, you said you have this. I want to give you the help you need. Instead of me and you can talk against each other, right? I'm like, hey, Holder, this is how I feel. You're like, oh, okay, that's cool, Sean. You need somebody to have your back. You need to have somebody be like, okay, hey, I'm gonna be this friend. Fuck being your boss at this time. I'm gonna be a friend to you because you need somebody to talk to. You need this done.
Maybe some players feel like they don't need anybody to talk
to. I honestly believe that's the black community, though. I mean, us being African Americans, we don't seek help like we need to.
That's possible too. I mean, it's a possibility, but you and I both know that we are not doctors.
We should be. Shit.
And grown men are grown men. Whatever they decide to do, be it good or bad, it's their decision. I mean, come on. We're part of the group that look forward to NFL entertainment. That's what we look forward to.
Yeah, we are. But
if Tua goes out and he gets his head knocked off, hey.
But at the same time, I don't want to see someone's life in danger because of a sport that they're putting on for the fans. I think their life is more important as the
these guys are getting paid more than surgeons, heart surgeons, and so if they want to be the gladiators that they are, hey, I'm all for it.
Yeah, of course you are. I like to see them live long.
I'm from the old NFL. Knock his head off.
I like to see their life live longer than expected, especially if you have a family. But that's what do I know, right? Moving forward, because that's going to take up most of the show.
What are you talking about? You have.
I said they have a family.
They have a family too.
That's what I'm saying. If they got a family, they gotta support that family. Don't let them go out there and get killed.
It's their decision. If these guys don't have what it takes to think of their family, and you've made enough money for the rest of your life, sit down.
I guess.
So I blame it on the players. I don't just blame it on the head of the NFL and all that. These guys know, like you and I, if you have a decision to make and it affects your family, you're going to do the right thing.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Not gonna say you're wrong.
Oh boy.
But that's neither here or me. I can't.
Yeah, move on, because we should be talking about who's going to be knocking whose head off. Are there any more drama things you want to talk about in the league right
Well, all right, you're right. All right, moving forward, Holder.
We're going now. You're Mr. Drama. What do you got?
We're going to start with your lousy, pathetic team.
Why would you start with my team? That's going to take up the whole show.
Because I want to. Because your team is pathetic and they're lousy.
What makes you believe that?
Because y'all don't have any quarterbacks. Did you see Russell Wilson? Pathetic. Did you see Justin Fields? Pathetic. I'm just saying.
You know what? It's preseason.
Okay, and we had preseason games and we dominated.
Preseason. Do you know how many of our starters played?
And none of ours played.
Do you know how many of our starters played?
And you got.
Do you think Arthur Smith is going to show his hand in preseason?
Well,
no.
I'm just saying. Russell Wilson played lousy in a preseason. Couple of them. So did Justin Fields.
Russell Wilson was hurt.
Oh, blame the hurt. Oh, he's hurt. Suck it up. He plays the NFL. He came out to play. He wanted to play. He's not hurt.
He had a calf injury. They were protecting him. They let him play 2 series.
Excuses.
2 games.
All I'm hearing is excuses. Excuses.
Justin Fields, it's not his fault. The center admitted he screwed up with the snap. Okay? That wasn't Justin Fields' fault.
Okay, if you say so.
Nobody looked at any of the passes that Justin Fields threw that were complete, that were downfield, that were on the mark. None of that stuff.
I just hear a lot of excuses right now. A lot of excuses.
I mean, you got 3 new offensive linemen out of college.
And they should play pretty well.
Not against number 1s.
If you say so.
You kidding me? Are you kidding me? A new center, a new tackle from last.
So let me tell you this: Christian Dillashaw, who was one of our best linemen coming out of college, did really well his rookie year, including preseason.
Roderick Jones did good last year. I'm just saying he's on the line with new faces. They traded away a lot of the veterans that were on the line last year, so they got to start over again. Come on, man.
If you say
wake
so.
up, look at what's in front of you, man. You're just seeing what's being played on the field. You're not thinking about chemistry.
If you say so.
On that old line. If your quarterback does not have time to throw, I don't care who he is.
Speaking of chemistry,
he's not going to perform well. Come on.
Speaking of chemistry, do you think that's going to have a lot of chemistry with Russell Wilson and George Pickens?
I think it's going to be chemistry all over the place. We got 2 quarterbacks. We got one that can stand in the pocket, and we got a runner. And you're going to see them both throughout the season.
Both of them can run. One's a little bit better than the other one by throwing and running. The other one came from Chicago, used to losing. We know how that went. Look at Mason Rudolph.
Talking about the Chicago Bears.
I'm just saying, and look at Mitch Trubisky. Both of them was used to losing. They came over.
How many quarterbacks have the Chicago Bears had that were Super Bowl?
I'm not going to answer that question.
One.
I'm not going to answer that question because look at Grossman. Terrible. Sucked.
One.
So, moving forward from that conversation, speaking of quarterbacks, everybody knows I'm a Vikings fan. You know I'm a Vikings fan. We don't have a quarterback either. I think we should have signed somebody or traded for somebody. I love Justin Jefferson, but I think he's an idiot for re-signing with the Vikings.
It was the money. He's doing this for the money.
That's true. I mean, I want to win. And if I was Justin Jefferson, I would want to win. Why not go for the winning team? There was multiple teams that wanted him. And Pittsburgh was one of them.
Well, I don't think Pittsburgh would have paid that much.
I think they would have.
I don't think so. Just for the simple fact, I don't know. That's a lot. Why receiver?
I mean, we do got Jordan Addison. He's really good too at being a receiver. He's going to be number 2, of course. And then when T.J. Hawkinson comes back, but yet we don't have. And we got Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, he's okay. He's not the great running back like he was in Green Bay a few years ago. He's he's average now. He's hurt. He can only get you maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 carries a game, if that, maybe, but only rack up 80 to 70 yards a game.
Well, if Jordan Addison can stay out of trouble off the field.
First of all, his dog was hurt. We ain't going to dismiss like that was not the case. His dog was hurt. His dog was his best friend. That was his family.
An excuse.
He didn't kill nobody. He didn't hit nobody.
An excuse.
His dog was hurt.
Dude. He was going 100+ miles an hour.
Trying to get his dog to the vet.
What does that have to do with anything?
His dog was sick, was hurt, and was dying. He needed to get his dog looked at. So you
can always get another dog.
So you're telling me that's just a dog, it dies, get a new one, right? Is that what you're saying?
Just a dog. Just a dog. Just a cat.
For the love,
just a bird.
For the love animals who's listening to this, please don't hate my show because of Holder. Okay. I love animals, all animals, including cats.
Just a dog.
Just a dog. Holder.
It's not worth. A dog is not worth me going to jail. A dog is not worth me getting fined $100,000, $200,000. No.
When you got that kind of money,
a dog.
When you got that kind of money, you could spend, a couple grand or a couple thousand just to pay the fines.
I'm not trying to lose that kind of money over a dog that I can replace if it dies.
It was. How do you know the dog wasn't with him? How do you know the dog wasn't? How you know he didn't have the dog?
$200,000 being out of my pocket.
How you know the dog wasn't with him when he was a child? How you know it wasn't a child dog? Maybe it was a dog he grew up with. You don't know that.
Doesn't matter. It's just a dog.
No, it does matter. It's more than a dog. We're going to move on because you're going to get some hate mail. We're going to get some hate mail. Holder, by the way, just apologize to the fans, please. Just apologize to the fans.
Do what to the fans?
Apologize.
For what? About the dog?
Yes, about the dog.
Everybody has their own beliefs. I have my beliefs, and if you have your beliefs, please share them with us on the show. Share your beliefs.
That's Holder saying he's sorry. That's him saying he's sorry, and please forgive him. That's what he's saying.
It's a cold world, and we all live it. Okay.
Before we go to our picks, Holder, what do you think about this Jamar Chase issue in the Bengals? Do you think he's going to actually play this year? Do you think he's going to sit out? What's going on with that? How do you feel? What do you think needs to happen?
I care not.
I know because
It's a divisional team. If they don't want to pay these players, then that's on them. What can you overpay for Burrow? He's been hurt for the last 2 seasons.
3.
What has he done for you? What has he done for you?
He didn't win a Super Bowl. He took him to the Super Bowl.
Worth the money?
I think Jamar Chase is worth the money. I think here's the thing: if you can give Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb and BA all this money for bringing receivers, why not Jamar Chase? Jamar Chase is one of not the best receiver in the league.
Okay, and I do agree. Jamar Chase is a good receiver, but I mean, because who do they have? Do they still have Higgins and Boyd?
I think Boyd's gone. I'm gonna double check real quick, but I'm pretty sure he's gone. And Higgins, I'm not for sure. I can't remember if Higgins is gone or not, but we're about to look. I'm about to find out for you.
Did they make any receiver draft choices this year? I don't know if they even did anything.
So they have Higgins, but not Boyd. So they have Higgins. They don't have Boyd. Yeah, I'm looking. They didn't make any good. They got one. They got Jermaine Barton from Alabama. They got him.
So I don't, no, man. I just, whatever happens, happens. I mean, the Browns are still stuck with. Sorry, what's his face? They were going to trade for Ayuk.
Oh, I thought you were about Deshaun Watson. My bad.
Super.
Tyler Boyd, by the way, plays for Tennessee Titans. The Titans of all teams. He went to Tennessee. Dumbest move out there. Don't ever go. Who wants to play for the Titans? Who wants to play for Tennessee? I mean, obviously, Tyler, Boyd, but and Pollard. But those are the only 2 idiots that want to play for Tennessee.
Bud Dupree went to Tennessee.
Who? Who went to Tennessee? Nobody knows who that is anymore.
Dupree.
Nobody knows. Look, when he left Pittsburgh, he got washed up. No one knows who that is anymore.
Bud Dupree, dude, come on.
No one knows who that is. That's like saying DeAndre Hopkins went to Tennessee, even though he did. He's washed up. He ain't that good. He used to be a top receiver in the league. Now he's maybe in the top 70.
70, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really. I was really never a D Hop fan. I mean,
I was when he was playing for the Texans. I was, and when he got traded to Arizona, I was like, oh man, Kyler Murray got a good receiver. And then all of a sudden he busted out and did nothing. Made Kyler Murray suck, and he still sucks. I'm just saying. I mean, Arizona had all that talent over there, and look what happened. Not a damn thing.
Well, come on. You got to look at that team.
They was stacked, and you can't say they wasn't. They was stacked.
You got to blame the coaches.
I blame the front office, the coaching staff. I blame the fans, the coaching staff.
Blame the fans.
Yes, the fans, the coaching staff, and the front office. I blame all of them. I blame the fans for going to go into those fucking home games and waste that kind of money to help them out.
Well, if your team was that good and they had all that talent, you wouldn't go to the game.
When I see them lose 3 games in a row to some sorry ass teams, hell no, I wouldn't go. I stopped going. I'm just saying, and I'm not sorry for that one. Cardinals fans, you guys can hate me. I don't care. Arizona sucks. Will suck. They are.
Well,
Arizona's like the Detroit Lions and Cleveland Browns. Terrible. Lions coming up. Lions are good, but terrible. Right now, Arizona is terrible.
So what do you think if Cincinnati don't pay Jamar? Where is he going to go? Is he going to go to a winning team? Is he going to go to a team that's going to pay him?
If I was Jamar Chase, don't worry about the money. Worry about getting a Super Bowl, because staying with the Bengals for the money or going to another team, say, I don't know, maybe the 49ers, New England 49ers, something like that, I wouldn't go for the money. Go for and I'm not knocking 49ers because they're good. They are, but they got so much talent over there. You don't need Jamar Chase. And I feel like Jamar Chase goes over to 49ers, he's just chasing the Super Bowl. No, don't chase. Go to the team that you can build off. And maybe the Falcons. That's a team you could build off, because they don't got they don't got a lot of talent like the 49ers does.
The Falcons don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, they do.
Who?
They got Kirk Cousins and Michael Pink. Did you just laugh at me? Okay.
Kirk Cousins. Cousins should be the starter.
Kirk
Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is going to take him to the playoffs. I didn't say win, but he's going to take him to the playoffs. And maybe throw a 4-yard pass, knowing he needs 10 for a first down.
Kirk Cousins is a watch. He's coming up from ACL. He's 1,000 years old.
He's 36 to be exact, maybe 37, but he's not 1,000. You're 1,000.
You think he's better than Penix Jr., honestly.
Oh, yeah, right now, yes. Absolutely. But we might tell the difference in week 1, week 2. You know, we might tell the difference. But if I was Jamar Chase, I'd go to the Houston Texans, even the Colts. I mean, go to a young team that has a young quarterback.
Yeah. You on the Texans bandwagon?
No, I like C.J. Stroud. Okay, I like Will Anderson. Both of them are over there. Both of them were amazing. Look what they did last year. That is a team to be looked out for in AFC. I'm telling you that. I told you last year they was going to win the AFC South, and look what happened.
Feel bad about the Houston Texans when Watkins.
I didn't feel bad. I didn't like because of him. When he left, I was so glad. I was like, hell yes. Oh my God, the best thing ever just happened. He went to a sorry-ass Browns team. He should have went somewhere else. Not NFL, though.
You got to do it 2 years in a row for me to be a believer. And I'm not sold on the Texans.
It's going to happen. They got Diggs. They got Diggs. And they got Joe Mixon. Come on now.
Dude.
No.
And the Browns were what on paper? Super Bowl champions.
That was the Browns, and they had a sex offender over there. Okay, that's why.
We're talking about on paper. We have not seen anything on the field.
It doesn't matter. I'm telling you right now. Season 1 hasn't even started officially yet. I'm telling you, Houston Texans is going to win the AFC South. Hands down, going to win. If staying healthy 100%, they would win the AFC South.
I think Indy's going to win the South.
Negative.
No. Nobody's talking about Indy.
With Matt Ryan? With Matt Ryan? With Matt Ryan?
Who?
Matt Ryan's over there still. Is that who?
Well, he's not the starter.
We don't know.
The kid is going to start this year. You know, he got hurt last year at that season-ending.
Don't get me wrong. Richardson is good, but he's not a C.J. Stroud.
Okay.
And the Colts has their defense is okay, but they're no match for Houston Texans defense. But is the Colts going to be able to stop Diggs? Are they going to be able to stop Joe Mixon? The answer is no. No.
Watch too.
No.
Then why did the Bengals let him go?
He won for the money.
Okay. That's why they let him go. If he was a team player,
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the picks, because guess who plays this weekend? Houston and the Colts. That's who they play. They play this weekend. Houston and the Colts. Yes, they do. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the picks now, and go ahead and get this argument to the T. Fans, if you're listening, please let me know and let Holder know that he's wrong. Let me know I'm right. Let him know he's wrong. Okay. Because we know Houston's going to win the AFC South.
I'm not feeling it.
Okay. Okay.
It starts one game at a time, and I don't think if Houston has a weak schedule, then yeah, they might.
If healthy,
they have a weak
if healthy, Houston Texans would win the AFC South.
If they have a weak schedule.
No.
If they have a weak schedule, if they play a bunch of sorry nobodies, okay. If they play the Vikings, okay, that's a W. You know, if they play the Bears, that's a W.
Hold on, time out.
If they play
Washington, that's a W. Did you just...
If they play the Giants, that's a W.
Time out. Did you just disrespect the Vikings?
Vikings don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, they do. And they do play the Bears, and they do play the Vikings. They actually play the Bears week 2, and they play Vikings week 3.
Okay. Well, that's 3 games right there they'll win.
Shut up. And then they actually have a pretty good schedule. They got, a really decent schedule. Granted, the Bears did beat them in the preseason. Okay, we don't count that, but they did beat Pittsburgh in preseason by a lot.
Oh,
Texans.
The Texans. They beat who?
They beat the Steelers.
All of our backups.
Doesn't matter. They beat them.
So what? They beat our backup. Big deal.
I'm just saying they beat them.
You don't really look at the preseason for
David Mills. Even he played.
We're looking at drafted talent in preseason and practice squad. We're not looking at the starting 22.
I mean they had George Pickens playing a couple plays.
1 or 2 plays.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm telling you, Texans would win the AFC.
Everybody knows who George Pickens is, okay?
He really sucks.
He what?
He sucks big balls. I can take George Pickens on in a one-on-one game. I can beat him.
I'm done. Go to the next pick. Who's the next pick?
So we didn't even go week 1 yet. Hold on. That was just one game. The first game is Thursday. First game is Thursday.
I got Indy and you got
I did. I got Houston, you got Indianapolis. Dumb decision on you. So the first game that we should have talked about when I didn't, because I skipped, and I do apologize, fans. It's Thursday night. The Ravens and the Chiefs. I have the Ravens. And let me tell you why I have the Ravens. Lamar Jackson is a lot better than what he was a couple years ago, including last year. If you haven't seen any videos of him training and how he's training this year, go watch them. Change your mind. And they got Derrick Henry. I'm talking about go watch the highlights of him training this year, like in off season, because
why don't watch him train?
He is gaining the muscle and the weight, and he's throwing accurate passes.
Yeah,
and he's quicker than what he was. So this Lamar.
No, I've seen him in all the games he's played this year. He looks really good.
He's going to be a monster.
Yeah. And he's definitely going to be a monster. I've seen him in every game he played this year. He looks very good. My hats off to this trainer.
And I think what's going on, he knows it's right here. This has to be here. He has to win, or it's never. Because they built this team to win this year. And if they don't win this year, it's never going to happen. Never with him at quarterback.
I don't think it's ever going. Because he's not that person.
It starts Thursday when they play against the Chiefs.
He's not a Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry.
Patrick Mahomes. Let me say this about Patrick Mahomes, okay? The reason why Patrick Mahomes is so good.
Patrick Mahomes is mobile.
Let me tell you why.
He's not half the rusher that Lamar Jackson is. But Patrick Mahomes knows how to win.
You know why? Coaching.
Lamar Jackson.
Coaching. And he's
terrible. Jackson is like Watson. Okay?
No, don't ever say that. No. Take that back right now.
A what?
Take it back.
He's dumb.
Take it back. I'm going to hang up. Take it back. Say sorry.
He's done.
No. Lamar Jackson's way better than Deshaun Watson would ever be. Deshaun Watson can't even hold the same jockstrap as Lamar Jackson.
You've been holding on to Lamar Jackson for how many years now, and he still hasn't done anything.
This is just like what is it? Skip Bayless. We saw about the fucking Cowboys. How about this is the year? This is Lamar Jackson's year.
Did you just cuss on my?
I sure in the fuck did. I've cussed like 5 times already, buddy.
Skip Bayless is Cowboys fan. Come on.
And I like Lamar Jackson. He's the best quarterback in the league, minus Patrick Mahomes.
You think he's better than Allen in Buffalo?
Hell yeah.
I don't think so.
By a long shot.
I don't think
I guess we're about to find
Lamar
out.
Jackson has had talent around him for how long?
No.
That Baltimore team has had talent in the receivers, in the running
No.
back. Okay.
Negative.
And he has done nothing.
Stop. He has. He's done things without talent. Without talent.
What has he done? Has he won a Super Bowl? Has he won a playoff game?
He's won a playoff game.
One.
It doesn't matter.
How
He won.
many years?
Doesn't matter. And look who was backing up. He was backing up Joe Flacco's bitch ass.
In how many years?
Doesn't matter.
He's done, dude.
No.
I guarantee you his next contract, they won't pay him.
I guarantee they will. I bet they
They
will.
won't.
I hope they do.
He'll be playing for another team.
No, he won't. He's going to retire a Baltimore Raven, just like the great Ray Lewis.
Yeah, Ray Lewis was great.
Great at killing people, get away with it.
That was Ray Lewis.
I'm telling you, okay.
Ray Lewis.
When
Ray
Baltimore
Lewis.
smokes Kansas City this week, when Baltimore,
I'm glad he killed somebody to make a point.
when Baltimore puts an ass whooping on Kansas City this week, I don't hear you crying.
It's not going to happen. Taylor Swift's going to be at the game.
Who? Who'd you
Taylor
say?
Swift,
Who?
the Chiefs mascot, Taylor Swift.
That blonde heifer but not be at that game. I want to watch football, not see her ugly face, okay? We had it enough last year. Don't do it this year. That woman is ugly.
Dude, Taylor Swift is the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, you might as well get used to it.
Look, Jason Kelsey, Travis Kelsey, you two need to tell Taylor Swift, stay at home, don't go to the game.
I don't think Travis is listening. If Travis was listening, he wouldn't listen to that statement.
Travis is a bitch for dating Taylor Swift and not putting her in her fucking place, okay? He's a man. Put her in her fucking place. Tell her, sit at home. This is my job. I don't want to see you on TV unless it's your job. But he can't do that. And Jason, put your brother in check. Tell him how it is, please.
Oh, please, dude. Relax.
So,
Lamar is not.
okay, I'm going to give you a score for this game. 35-0. Baltimore Ravens. Okay, I should say 35-0. I'll take it back. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. Baltimore. 35-14 Baltimore.
Baltimore does not have a defense.
Yeah, they do. Baltimore got the 35-14 Baltimore. Lamar Jackson going to throw a touchdown and run for 2.
I'm going to go 31-14 Kansas City.
So that's why we can't. That's why we don't have nothing nice. The next game.
31-14 Kansas City.
All right. Now when Baltimore wins, it's gonna start my whole week off good.
Yeah, when Kansas City wins, you can throw that whole theory about Lamar being better out the window.
He is better than Josh Allen.
Being better, as in going to the playoffs.
Oh, he's going to the playoffs. They're going to win.
No,
they're going to win that division. Mark my words. Baltimore's going to win the AFC North.
Yeah.
They will. It's going to be Baltimore, maybe the Bengals, the Browns, and then your sorry ass Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I know. Whatever you say, buddy.
Friday night, we got Green Bay and Philadelphia. Hold on, I'm going to ask this question. What made you pick Green Bay over Philadelphia?
Green Bay is better.
Against Philadelphia. And they're playing at Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You really think Jordan Love has what it takes to beat Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts who? What did he do last year?
Okay, you got a good point there. Got a good point.
What did he do last year?
You got a good point.
And while he's going down, Jordan Love is coming up. Come on, man.
But here's the thing. Just like you always say, they didn't have film on Jordan Love. There was no film. Now they got film. Now they can stop him.
Well, they got film on your boy, Lamar Jackson.
Next game, holder, Sunday's games, because you came on to talk about Lamar Jackson. I'm going to come through here and choke the shit out of you. Ooh. Blood pressure. You know, holder, I did love you. Love you like a brother. Now that love is gone. Now you're just a co-host.
You must be a Dallas fan.
I am. Don't ever say that. Don't ever cuss at me again. I'm not a fucking Dallas fan. And I'm not sorry for the fucking Cowboy fans. Cowboys fan. You know what? Move on to the next game. Next game, we have Pittsburgh, Atlanta. You have your curtain wannabe Steelers, and I got the Falcons.
Yeah. Well, we just have to show you like we have to show the rest of the world. You think the Falcons have the talent?
I do. And here's the thing. It's not because of Kirk Cousins. It's not because of Kirk.
Not only talking about the Steelers offense, we're talking about the Steelers defense. You think
what is the Steelers defense?
They put up that many points against that defense?
Hold on. Time out for a second. The Steelers have some good defense. Why have they not won any games that they're supposed to win?
Me. We're talking about 2024.
It doesn't matter.
We're talking about in time. We're talking about 2024.
You was talking about Lamar Jackson's past. Some bring up the Steelers' past. If they had good so-called defense, how come they didn't do nothing last year, or the year before last, or year before last? That
Yeah, they put up points last year.
Did they win the Super Bowl?
No, they didn't win.
Exactly, my point made.
Defense don't win Super Bowls.
Defense does win championships.
Wins
Defense wins championships.
Okay, and your point is what?
That
You
defense.
think Atlanta has what it takes to score that many points on that defense this year?
Fuck yes.
That was the question.
Yes. I'm going to tell you the score. Right now. The score, 28-7 Falcons.
Oh God, I wish this was a video podcast because I know you have a 6-pack of some kind of cheap whiskey sitting next.
First of all, whiskey don't come in
to
6-pack.
kind of prediction.
Whiskey don't come in 6-pack, buddy.
You would create a 6-pack of whiskey. Okay?
I would try.
Making that kind of prediction.
Look, I'm just stating facts here. Okay. Pittsburgh
What's the
can't.
fact?
Pittsburgh cannot stop.
You think
Pittsburgh cannot stop.
Kirk Cousins?
Yes. Hands down.
You think Kirk Cousins? You know who?
They brought Kirk Cousins in for a reason.
The same group as Derek Carr.
What?
And
Derek Carr sucks
Jimmy
dick.
G.
Jimmy G's blind. No. Jimmy G's blind, and Derek Carr sucks dick. No.
So you telling me Kirk Cousins is worth the money they paid him?
I think they overpaid him, but I don't think he's worse than. I don't think he's that bad.
I don't think he's that good because you've been cursing Kirk Cousins for how many years?
I'm glad he's not in Minnesota. Can I tell you that? Especially after that, fourth down passing through a couple years ago? That was terrible. But I can tell you
You
this.
guys play Kirk Cousins this year?
Look,
If you do, you must be picking Atlanta to beat you guys.
negative.
Affirmative. Because you're picking them to beat Pittsburgh.
That's Pittsburgh. I'm about
is
to.
better
Yes, they do. They play
than
the Falcons.
Minnesota.
They play the Falcons December 8th in Minnesota. I'm not ever picking December 8th. I'm not picking no team to go against my team to win. Not doing that.
December 8th.
Yes, mark it on your calendar, December 8th.
Oh, you'll be facing by then. You'll be facing Penix Jr. You won't be facing Cousins.
If you say so. Moving forward, because you are some. I think you got a 6-pack of fucking Bud Light over there you're drinking on.
I don't drink.
We don't know that, Holder. We don't. If you do today, you do today.
I'm drunk off of Pittsburgh Steelers hype.
Okay. Moving forward. We got Arizona Buffalo. We both picked Buffalo. I don't think Arizona has what it takes to beat any good team like Buffalo. I think Arizona might be able to beat weak teams like the Giants, the Browns.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Arizona beat Buffalo last year?
That,
last year?
That was last.
Overtime?
That was last year. This year is different. Again, we talk about the past, we talk about the future.
That was in overtime, right?
Yeah, but we're talking about the future, not the past. Remember that.
Wasn't that D-Hop that caught that Hail Mary?
Guess what? D-Hop ain't over there no more. He plays in Tennessee.
Yeah, but it wasn't a D-Hop.
It doesn't matter. Look, we both got Buffalo. How you going to change the subject when we both got Buffalo? So you want to change
I
it?
was saying.
You want to change it? You want to change it?
Arizona was terrible.
They are terrible. Arizona would not win a game this year.
Buffalo.
Man, I'm going to look at Arizona's record. I'm going to look at the schedule real quick. Because they would not beat any good teams at all. Not even a little bit.
So you have Arizona finishing last in that division?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
They're not going to.
Kyler Murray would be offended.
Who?
Kyler Murray would be offended.
I will tell Kyler Murray to his face, he sucks. He needs to be a second-string quarterback. Maybe third.
Oh, you didn't go there.
I went there.
No, you. Arizona fans, please forgive them. Apologize.
I'm not apologizing for that comment. That's a true comment.
Arizona fans do not agree with that.
I don't look. I don't care about no fucking Cardinal fans. What are they gonna do to me? Fly away to my house? Be a bird, fly.
Or
what?
We're all fans of some kind of team.
Well, they need to change their fan base. They should become Viking fans.
So you're saying Kyler Murray shouldn't be a starter in the NFL?
Absolutely should not be a starter in the NFL.
Wow.
Last year he threw almost 1,800 yards last year. Sucks.
Should be credited to his O-line?
I mean, granted, he did play 8 games, but still, sucks. He was set. Yeah, I mean, O-line does because he was like 18 times 8 games, but still, he sucks.
Yeah, I see you're going to be pretty critical this season.
Tell me
I don't
something.
get it. I feel sorry for Dak Prescott when you start talking about it.
Oh, don't get me started. You know what? Before we get there, Holder, because we're almost there. Almost there. I got something for Prescott. I got something for Jerry Jones, and I got something for Prescott. Let me tell you that. Oh, they're going to hate me. I might get fined, even though I don't think they can do that, but I might get fined.
Oh my goodness, man! I don't think Arizona will come to the finish line. I give them third.
What? Did you say third?
I did say third.
Who are they going to beat out? Who are they going to beat out?
I think Arizona's good enough. They won't make the playoff, but they won't finish last in the division.
So you're trying to say that the Rams are going to come last? Or do you think Seattle's going to come last? I know damn well the 49ers are going to come last.
Probably Seattle.
See,
Seattle was. I don't believe in their quarterback either. I'm sorry, dude. I'm just saying.
Look. I am not a Seahawk
Geno
fan.
Smith is not. Geno Smith should be a backup. Come on.
Geno Smith threw almost 4,000 yards last year. 4,000.
So what? What did they do? Where did they go?
And his O-line was suck. He got sacked 31 times. The O-line's terrible over there in Seattle.
And you think they're going to finish third in the division?
I want to say second. This is going to go to 49ers. 49ers, Seattle, the Rams, Arizona. Second place. Give them a silver medal, please.
No way.
Yes. Yes.
No way.
Okay.
No way.
All right. I guess we'll wait and see, huh?
Oh. Okay.
Next up, we have Tennessee, Chicago. I know I was hating on Tennessee, but I hate Chicago more than I do Tennessee. I got Tennessee winning this game.
Well,
I mean, neither team has.
Didn't you say Malik went to Chicago? Where did Malik go?
I want to say he's a backup in Chicago, but I'm not 100% sure because I forgot what I said. I should have.
So it's Levis and who?
So this is their quarterback.
Oh,
they got
Mason Rudolph.
Yep.
Do you think Levis is better than Rudolph?
I didn't say that. I did not say that at all. But Tennessee did.
I mean, I know I got Tennessee winning too, but we'll see. We'll see how much they win by. Yeah, I think it's all predicated on defense myself.
Do you really think that he has what it takes? The defense has what it takes? Yeah, Malik Willis is in Green Bay, by the way.
Green Bay.
Yeah, I knew it was one of those NFC South team or North teams. I have to go, and this is I got Tennessee. I'm not knocking Caleb Williams, not doing that because I think he's going to be good. Not for the Bears, but he's going to be good. I don't think the Bears' defense has what it takes to stop the receivers that Tennessee has. Yes, Tennessee has D-Hop. D-Hop is washed up, but they also got Calvin Ridley. And then you got Tony Pollard. Like, I don't think they have the manpower to stop these guys.
Well, that's clearly why you picked Tennessee.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This is going to be.
Chicago is going to finish first in that, or I don't think.
I think Chicago
is going to be one of the top 3 teams in that division.
Chicago is going to be last, even though Minnesota don't have a quarterback. Chicago is going to finish last in that division.
You just don't like Chicago at all, do you?
No.
You hate Chicago more than Green Bay?
I hate Green Bay as well. I think the Lions are going to take that division still. I think the Lions are going to win. I think it's going to go Lions, Minnesota, Green Bay, and the Bears.
Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota. Give them a silver medal, please. I don't think Minnesota has what it takes to beat the Lions.
Minnesota is going to finish third in that division.
Negative.
And then they're going to go quarterback shopping next year.
No, because once JJ McCarthy comes back, we're set at quarterback.
Nah.
All right, whatever. Whatever you say, Holder. We have New England, Cincinnati. We both got Cincinnati beating New England. You already know why I got Cincinnati beating New England. I despise New England. I hate New England worse than anything. And I don't like fish. I hate New England worse than I hate fish.
You hate fish?
I hate fish, but I hate New England worse.
Who's fish?
The food fish.
You don't like fish?
No, and we're not going to talk about that right now because we're talking about football, and I hate the Patriots worse than I hate fish.
Well, the Dolphins, they're fish, aren't they?
Holder, you got me there. You got me there, buddy. The reason I don't like you know what? We both have New England losing. We both have them
I
losing.
don't like New England because I've never liked New England. Well, I did like them when they had Drew Bledsoe.
Bledsoe was good. I stopped liking New England when all the cheating and all the scandaling was going on, and people was like, "Oh my God, Tom Brady didn't do nothing." Tom Brady's a bitch. Okay, smart. He's a bitch.
Are you cursing on my
Yes,
podcast?
yes, I am. Bill Belichick isn't. I mean, look, he has no job, so that tells me he's not a great coach like people thinks he was. He's out of a job. Don't have a job at all. Next person that we should move is Robert Kraft out of the Patriots. Yes, I get it. He's a GM, but he needs to be gone.
Well, I mean, if you're sex trafficking, yeah, you should be gone.
I'm just saying. That's a Deshaun Watson all over again. Only sex trafficking, not having sex with masseuses. We are talking.
That franchise has got away with so much. It's pathetic.
And I don't get it. I don't. I think the Patriots will come last in that division. I don't think they can have what it takes to beat the Jets or Buffalo out of that division. I think they're going to finish last.
Is Belichick still there?
He is no longer the coach there. So I'm saying he's out of a job. He don't have a. So I'm saying he's not coaching nowhere. So it tells me that Belichick sucked.
Well, I know the Cowboys were interested.
I'm not going to talk about them right now because we're going over in time here, and we got some more games to talk about. And I'll talk about Dallas is going to take up at least 2 days. We already talked about Houston and Colts. Next game, we got Jacksonville, Miami. I chose Jacksonville. You chose Miami. You do realize that Waddle, there's injuries over in Miami. And Waddle is one of them.
You don't think
so is Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's injured.
You don't think the cheetah can carry the load?
He's hurt.
So him and Waddle are hurt.
Yes.
And you picked Jacksonville.
I did. You should read up on sports and see the injuries.
I don't think that's going to be the outcome of the game because those two players are hurt.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They came back to practice today, but I know they're still hurt. Miami Dolphins knows they're hurt.
You know, it's different in the game. You know, these guys, once they get the ball in their hand, you can't see injuries anywhere. Okay? Sorry.
Until they get hit. And then all of a sudden, boom! What happened? Where goes smelling salt?
I'm sorry. Jacksonville's going to start the season 0-1.
Jacksonville's going to start the season one game. That's going to be the only game they win until maybe week 5, week 6.
Jacksonville's going to win that division. What are you talking about?
No, they're not. Houston Texans going to win that bit. Stop it.
Are you insane?
Holder, can you do me a favor? Can you please sit down at gym and coke and listen to yourself for one moment?
You know what? You're just on that Texans topic tonic. The Texans haven't proven anything. Lucky last year.
They didn't get luck. That's talent and coaching. That is talent and coaching. DeMarco is a good coach over there in Texas. Okay, that's coaching staff and that's players. He got all the talent over there.
DeMeco, not DeMarco.
I don't care. Same difference. Tomato. Okay. Next game we got Carolina and the Saints. I picked New Orleans. I don't think Carolina has what it takes to even win 3 games this year. I don't think.
Come on, they got Deontay Johnson over there.
Bryce Young is not the quarterback to get them over that hump. They should get rid of Bryce Young and get somebody else.
Bryce Young has Deontay Johnson.
It doesn't matter. Bryce Young sucks.
What? Didn't Bryce Young win a championship in college?
That was college. That's like saying, hey, I won Little League World Series and I played for Major League Baseball, but I suck.
So you're saying Kyler Murray is better than Bryce Young?
Yes.
So you're saying Bryce Young is never going to win a championship?
Absolutely, unless he's a second-string quarterback.
Wow.
You are
Dude, you are relentless today.
Bryce Young sucks. Carolina sucks. What do you say?
What a bold prediction. And who's the starting quarterback in New Orleans?
Derek Carr.
And his backup is who?
We don't know that part because I don't care. I just know that Saints is going to win against the Panthers.
James Winston? Is James
No, James Winston. I think he left. I think he went to the Browns.
Oh my goodness! So his backup is what's his face then? The white boy that can run.
I think he's a tight end. Nope, they still got him, but he's like. They also got Jake, something or other from he's from Fresno State. Holy shit, that's cool. Anyways, yeah, they got Tyson Hill still, and they got Spencer Rattler.
Taysom, not Tyson.
I don't care. Tomato.
Again, folks, this is a opinionated podcast.
And Sean's always
Those
right. Remember that.
Are new listeners, we just go from our own opinion.
No.
NFL analysts.
No. You say opinions. Morgan's always right.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
his
name is posted on the podcast because he has all these. But
Morgan's always right.
Yeah, Morgan's always right.
I'm always right.
Why? Go ahead, move on. Let's move on because I'm sure we're pressing time here.
Look, no one's out. No one's doing anything besides cooking out and maybe drinking. Okay, no one's at work now. It's 4:00. It's all good. They got a little time to spit and listen to us argue and have fun. Okay. I was playing, guys. Please, I want some food. If you're cooking out, matter of fact, if you're cooking out and you're a Carolina Panther fan, I'm a Panther fan for today.
Oh,
not.
Sucking up.
We already talked about Minnesota and the Giants. Las Vegas and the Chargers. We both have the Chargers. I think the Chargers has a good shot of being maybe third in that division this year.
Third?
Yeah.
Who you got going second?
Look, Holder. Every time I give the Chargers hope, they fail me, okay? So if I say something bad about them, maybe they do good. So third it is.
Who you got going second? It can't be the Raiders or the Broncos.
I believe here's the thing. Chiefs are going to win the division. It's going to be the Raiders in second. Chargers in third.
No, I got with Minshew being the starter.
Anything is possible. Raiders, anything is possible.
I'm going Chargers second in that debate. I'm not going to give up on Herbert. I'm not. I just can't. You know,
look, I had hopes for them last year. I had hopes for the year before that.
Coach, they got a lot going on. And I think they're going to split with Kansas City this year.
Negative. Kansas City's going to mop that ass.
I think they're going to split.
No. Kansas City's going to win both games. Next up, we got Denver and Seattle. We both got Seattle over Denver. I strongly feel that Seattle has what it takes to go to the playoffs and make a strong run to make them a better team. Denver's going to come. Denver don't have what it takes to beat a team like Seattle. I mean, Sean Payton,
they don't. That's why I did pick Denver, but I don't think Seattle's going to play.
Seattle go to the playoffs. Next up, oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I got the Cowboys over the Browns. I picked the Cowboys because the Browns have a sex offender on the team. I don't like him. I can't stand it. It's Deshaun Watson. Once he leaves, I might change that to the Browns. I don't know if I ever become a pick of the Browns because of that. The Cowboys on hand, I got them, and it was a hard decision. It really was. Because I don't like Jerry Jones. I can't stand Jerry Jones.
Maybe the Vikings will go for Watson.
I would never be a Viking fan that do that shit. Ever. I would just own the Vikings. Never claim to be my team if they do that. I will go with a team like Washington or something.
Let me ask you this, Morgan, because, and this is going to be a very true statement, but I want your honest opinion. Now, both teams, on paper, have had Super Bowl teams. On paper, talent-wise.
Can't argue.
Am I right or wrong?
I can't argue with you. And here's the thing:
Then
the
what's the problem?
The difference between teams and these two teams is the owners for other teams don't come on the field and try to dictate what the coach does, like Jerry Jones's bitch ass. He gets on the field, dictates. That's why Jimmy Johnson left, and Jimmy Johnson got them some Super Bowl wins, and he left because of that. Bill Parcells left because of it. They don't like how Jerry Jones gets on the field and tries to coach and own the team. You can't do both. If your coaching staff is good, let them do their job. That's why you brought them in for the job to do, right? If you want to be a coach, take your old ass down there and coach them then. Don't be on the field if you're trying to own the team and not coach. I feel like...
But you don't think Mike McCarthy needs to be babysat?
No, he wasn't babysitting in Green Bay. I don't like Mike McCarthy. I don't like him. But he wasn't babysitting Green Bay. Why do it now?
But you think he is the competent coach that has the locker room, control the locker room?
I think he could if he could do his job without Jerry Jones bringing down his fucking neck. It's like micromanaging. If you're doing something and you're doing it correct, and you have a championship beneath your belt, right? So say, for example, you're a manager at the store is number one, and you're doing the correct thing. You have your boss breathing down your neck. Hey, you need to do this, and you're trying to do it, but it's like it's wrong. Why should I do this? That's what's going on in Dallas. That's exactly what's going on in Dallas. Jerry Jones is saying, hey, do this with this player. You should play him this way. Be the coach. If you want to dictate what I do with my players, be the coach.
And what's going on in Cleveland?
Same thing. Cleveland brings in all the hype, and coaching staff sucks. They get the wrong coaching staff.
Didn't their coach win Coach of the Year or something one year? Or
barely won. He barely won. He shouldn't have got it.
Either way, I know why you wouldn't have picked the Browns, and you know why I wouldn't pick them. I'm just saying, Dallas is the better choice here.
They are. And but here's the thing: I don't see Dallas. I don't see Dallas getting out of the division and going and making a strong playoff run. I don't see it. I won't see it. Prescott's good, but he's not that good. I think Prescott's overrated. I think maybe they need to let him go. Let him go.
You do realize if they let him go, Prescott is going to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL next year.
Okay, so here's my thing, and I know we're getting off track here and losing time. Instead of trading Micah Parsons, Dallas should keep him. Get rid of Dak Prescott. The draft is going to be so deep this coming year for quarterbacks. Draft a good quarterback. Mold that quarterback with CeeDee Lamb. Get a good running back in the draft. And you'll be set. You don't need to try to work.
Make you a Dallas fan.
Do what?
So that will make you a Dallas fan.
No. Nothing in my life would make me become a Dallas fan. But I would pick them a little bit more. I think Jerry Jones needs to step back and let his son and the Cowboys organization do their thing. I think it's time for him to step back and watch that what he's doing is wrong. This is a new millennium. Jerry Jones, what you're doing, you can't do that now. What you did back in the 80s and 90s, you can't do it now because it's not working and it's showing.
Okay, dude. So before we get off this subject, I'm going to compare apples to other apples. I was going to say apples and oranges, but two different.
I like green apples.
What was the guy in the owner with the Raiders before he died? Al Davis.
Al Davis.
So when Al Davis died, he's pretty much doing the same thing Jerry Jones is doing.
And it didn't do nothing. Look what it did.
Al Davis, since he died, the Raiders have really done nothing. With Al Davis, they won Super Bowl.
And that's the thing. But Al Davis has the money. He wants to spend. He wanted to spend the money. Jerry Jones doesn't want to do that. He wants people for less money, but a great athlete. For example, he wants a Justin Jefferson for $60 million for 4 years. Ain't gonna happen, buddy. Ain't gonna happen.
I didn't hear that.
No, I'm just saying. I was giving you an example of what he wanted. That's all.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't hear that.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
You're saying. Now, if that was the case, he would let CD go.
He was on the verge of letting CD go. I think that's why he's trying to let Micah Parsons go, because he spent all that money on CD Lamb, and he's like, "Oh shoot, I messed up. Now I gotta let one of these guys go, and I can't let CD Lamb go because I paid him all this money. Micah Parsons has to go."
But you still have to work out a deal for Dak too, right? So he's got.
Again, if I was Dallas, Dak is a bust. Dak is a bust, and the reason why I'm saying he's a bust, he can't win a playoff game. It's time to let him go. Move on from Dak. He's been there for so long. Let him go. Bring in somebody.
I agree with you, but I don't think Micah Parsons showed that he was worth anything last year against Green Bay, because he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything against Green Bay in the playoffs.
Micah Parsons is a stud. Okay, it might have been one bad game. It might have been one bad game. Doesn't mean he's not worth the money he wants. One mess up.
I'm just.
It was one game. It was one game. So you're trying to tell me Dak Prescott throws 4 interceptions, but he can still get $200 million? No.
Dak Prescott has had winning numbers in the regular season.
It's time to let him go.
He
is Kirk Cousins 3.5. Right. Kirk Cousins 3.5.
No, you're right. I'm not a Dak Prescott fan either, but he has Romo-like numbers in the regular season.
I mean, hell, Pittsburgh might get Dak Prescott.
You're right. We've got our future, Justin Fields.
He's gonna leave next year.
Negative.
Y'all got him for 1 year. He's gonna leave.
Russell Wilson is too old to be the future.
Justin Fields only signed 1 year. Fields only signed 1 year. Fields is gonna dip.
You're telling me Justin Fields didn't show potential last season?
No.
With the Bears.
No.
Now look, after he got DJ Moore, that team became explosive because he had weapons.
No.
So you're saying Russell Wilson is better than Justin Fields in the long run?
No.
So you're saying Pittsburgh is going to be out of quarterback?
Absolutely, I am.
They're going to keep one of the two. They're not going to let them both go.
Russell Wilson's going to retire. Joseph Fields is going to sign with somebody else, and Pittsburgh's will be crying because they need a quarterback.
Russell Wilson's going to go back to Seattle.
Russell Wilson's going to be somewhere with Sierra in that fucking video he had posting with her ass shaking. That's what it's going to be. He's going to be somewhere in that fucking video trying to get her down. Okay, that's what it's going to be. Yeah, he's going to retire. Shoot.
Don't be upset because Russell Wilson's going to take Geno Smith's job.
He is not taking
right?
The only reason he takes Geno Smith is because of Sierra. Sierra went back there and blew the coach off, and that's how he got that job.
Oh, dude. This is a family show.
And I will say that to his face. I will say it to his face. Russell Wilson.
What's the next thing? You're right. You know, this whole Dallas thing was going to last a long time.
I told you. Washington, I got Washington, and I don't know what made you pick Baker Mayfield and then the Buccaneers.
Because Jaden hasn't faced an NFL defense.
I get that. But Buccaneers? Really? Baker Mayfield? Even at that? That's like saying...
Washington, even though Baker Mayfield sucks, Washington's defense isn't that great anymore.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
We know that. You know that.
No.
Why do you think what's the face left? That defense is not horrible. But they're not going to be able to carry that.
They got two monster defensive tackles. They got the Aaron Payne. They got Jonathan Allen. And not to mention, they also got the Dante Flower Jr. and they got Bobby Wagner now. So
I didn't hear Bobby Wagner left Seattle.
Yes, he went to the Commanders.
I don't believe that.
I'm looking at it right now, buddy. The whole roster, I'm looking at it.
I don't believe that.
I guess you're going to believe it Sunday when they put a whooping.
Washington can't stop the Bucks receivers. I'm sorry. They don't
They
have
have one good receiver, that's Mike Evans. They have one good receiver, that's Mike Evans. And I'm going to tell you like this. Washington has a lot of good receivers. A lot of good receivers. And they got a good running back in Austin Eckler. So
here's the problem. That rookie hasn't shown me anything.
Doesn't matter.
Sorry.
Does not matter.
They paid Baker Mayfield because they probably thought he was worth it.
No, he's not.
I don't know why they would. I don't know why they would do that, but they did.
He's not. He is not worth it.
I know that.
Chris Godwin, he's okay. He's not better than Mike Evans. He can be stopped.
Godwin's good though, dude.
No, he's not.
I don't know.
No, he's not.
Then why is he starting?
He's a slot player. He doesn't start. Okay. If it was one receiver, it'd be Mike Evans. And the same reason they got fucking Baker Mayfield. And they got Vita. Vita's the only good guy on that defense besides what's his name? Winfield. That's it. Winfield and Vita's the only two good guys they got.
You picked Washington, huh?
I did. Washington's gonna be second place in that division. Laugh.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be Philadelphia, Washington.
You think Washington's gonna finish over Dallas?
Yes.
In the regular season?
Yes, they're gonna split games.
Dude. Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Okay, Mr. Hype, you're a hype person. You know, I thought you were a numbers guy. But you're a hype person.
I like both. This year I'm trying to do something different.
You're a hype guy because, you know, Daniels hasn't done anything. But yet, you're picking him to win his first NFL game?
Yeah. He was good in college. He's gonna be good against college. Let me tell you something. CJ Stroud was good. CJ Stroud was good his first game. Okay. This quarterback for Washington is gonna throw some crazy yardage against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's gonna come away with 2 touchdowns, 300 yards.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you.
God forgive you. God forgive you.
2 touchdowns, 300 yards.
God forgive you. I still love you.
Next game of the last game of Sunday, because I don't know why this is a Sunday night game. It should not be a Sunday night game because the Rams suck. But of course it is because they got the Lions. The Lions we both pick over the Rams. And you already know why I picked Detroit. Yes, they're a rival. I shouldn't have picked them. But I picked them because they got the talent and the win power to beat the Rams.
And you're serious?
Yes. I think that game is not going to be close. I think the Lions are going to win 45-3.
What?
Yes. The Lions is going to win 45-3.
Well, the Lions are going to win, but Wow, that much?
Yes. The Rams' defense isn't that great. The offense is not that great, especially against. Oh man, don't get me started with the Lions' defense and Lions' offense. Are you serious?
So what are you saying? Are you saying that what's his face is washed up now?
Matthew Stafford?
Did you
Yes.
Cooper Kupp?
Cooper Kupp is washed up. Matthew Stafford is washed up. The Lions is gonna tear them apart, piece by piece. Hutchinson's gonna have at least 3 sacks. Matthew Stafford was picked off about 3 times. The Rams punter is going to have a lot of ground to work because he's going to punt majority of the game.
And you're serious?
I'm dead serious.
So you don't think the Rams are going to make the playoffs?
No. No,
Dude.
not at all. No.
So you're saying this is Stafford's last NFL contract?
I'm saying after week 3, he might be benched.
Oh, no, you did not.
Yeah.
All that time they have out there. You know they have that young wide receiver.
I don't care who they have.
The roof off the house last
I don't care who they have.
I
don't care who they have. Jimmy G is going to start over Matthew Stafford after week 3.
You're insane.
No, I'm not.
You're insane.
I mean,
it
might be
Detroit is going to win the division, right?
Yes, it's going to be Detroit, Lions, it's going to be the Lions, Vikings, Green Bay, and what's the other team they got? The Cubs, the Bears.
So, are we in agreement that the Lions are going to win the division for the next 5 years?
I'm going to say maybe next 3. I'm going to be nice and say 3. And the reason why I say that is because if Minnesota can get together, this quarterback that drafted from Michigan, if he can come on strong next year, I think Minnesota can take that division in the next 5 years.
Come on, dude.
I'm stating facts.
Come on, dude.
Stating facts.
That's if Addison stays around because he's not having a good track record, right?
Addison's going to stay. Even if he doesn't stay, there's plenty of receivers in the upcoming draft.
Well, there's receivers in every draft, but do you hit the diamond in the rough every time?
Look,
the top-notch receiver
Addison,
coming out of college
Addison's already apologized. He's not going to do it again. I think he's learned his lesson. I think he's done. I think he's good.
Yeah, okay.
Last game
that money has turned that kid into a beast.
He was saving his dog.
When he started making money, that's when the problem started.
Okay. All right. What did we say? He was saving his family dog. Last game of the week, we have the 49ers over the Jets. I got to ask you a question. And this has been on my mind since I've seen this pick. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is done for? Do you think he should retire and not come back? Or do you think he's got what it takes to maybe make a playoff run?
He's done. You know why he's done? Because everybody made a big deal when he didn't show up to training camp. All right? That took the top. News, that was the top thing. Right? And he was scrutinized for it. Now, everything he does wrong is going to be under the microscope.
So let me ask you a question.
If he gets injured or if he does not finish strong, he's done.
Now, he's come back from one of the worst injuries other than ACL. He's come back from Achilles tear. At his age, do you think he's going to be fully ready to go?
He's done. I've been saying that for years. Even before he left Green Bay,
I think
he was doing the same thing Brett Favre was doing.
And you know what's crazy is he went to the same team Brett Favre went to after left Green Bay. He went to the Jets.
Yeah, I know.
We don't want Aaron Rodgers in Minnesota next year. Because that's what happened to Brett Favre. When Favre left the Jets, he went to Minnesota. We don't want him. We don't want him
He'll
in
be
Minnesota.
there.
And
You either have him or Prescott.
I'd rather have Prescott. I would rather have Baker Mayfield over Aaron Rodgers.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's same.
I wouldn't go that far.
With that being said, do you think the Jets are going to win that division? Or do you think they're going to be in second?
Who's in that division? Let me see. The Jets, the
Dolphins, Patriots, Buffalo.
the Miami Dolphins. The who else is there? New England
and Buffalo.
And Buffalo. No, the Jets are not going to win that division.
I have them in third. I got Buffalo number 1, Miami's number 2, the Jets 3, maybe tied for 4th with the Patriots.
You're kidding.
No, and the reason why I say tie is because they're going to have the same record and they're going to split that game.
Even with that defense.
Yeah.
You do know the Jets have a really good defense, right?
You do realize I don't care, right? They're the Jets.
You realize Sauce Gardner is on the defense, right?
They're still going to be the sorry-ass Jets.
And you think that because of the quarterback?
I think that because they're from the East Coast.
I think you're carrying a hate torch because Aaron Rodgers played with Green Bay.
I didn't like the Jets. Haven't liked the Jets, and I will never like the Jets.
For the majority of his career, he played with Green Bay, so you will always hate. Just like I'll always hate Lamar Jackson.
I will always hate the Jets. I will always hate the Jets.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I don't think you understand this point. I would always hate the Jets. It doesn't matter who they get. It doesn't matter how good they are. I will always hate them. They can go undefeated. I'll still hate them.
Because they're an East Coast team.
Yes. Any East Coast team thinks they're all the great team. Oh, we're going to win the Super Bowl. No, you're not. Sit down. Don't get back up. Sit. Go timeout.
Well, I listen to subscribers may disagree.
I hope some of the subscribers are from New York because I will tell them how I feel about New York people.
Now, I'm not a big fan of New York people myself, but I do have some respect for some. I have friends from New York. They didn't always have the most level-headed thoughts, but
I don't respect nobody for these. No, I don't care. If you think look, even Cowboys fans, if you think your team is so great and a gift from God, and sit down. Don't get back up. Sit down, time out until after the season.
Well, here's the thing about Cowboys. And this is a true fact because I've seen it.
I just don't like people.
Cowboys fans. No. Cowboys fans become non-Cowboys fans at the end of the season. They don't say, well, we had a good run, maybe next season. No. They just own the Cowboys at the end of the season. When the season starts up, they're Cowboys fans again. Okay? Cowboys fans, make up your mind. Either they suck and move on to a new team, or just say, better luck next year.
We know.
Burning your jerseys and doing all these other critical things, breaking your TVs.
Who? You seen that? Someone broke the TV?
Yeah, a bunch of guys broke their TV.
They must have got the money then for that shit.
Dude, these guys were burning authentic jerseys, $300 jerseys.
Hey, I wish they would. They're out of the rabbit ass mind. I wouldn't do that. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. They disown them. They say they suck, but yet again, they're back the next year
You know what that
doing
is,
the
though.
same thing.
You know what that is.
Skip Bayless being one of them.
They must be doing some cocaine. That's what it is. They must be doing some cocaine and make them some crazy thoughts doing this. Yeah, that's what I'm putting the blame on drugs.
It's not drugs, dude.
I was being
It's not
sarcastic.
drugs.
I was being
It's
sarcastic.
the yeah, I know, but it's the Cowboys.
And here's the thing:
Cowboys must be stupid.
the people. I should say people. Cowboys fans believe and still believe to this day that the Cowboys are America's team. They're not.
Yeah, I don't know why that.
They have
It
not.
is what it is.
They have
I
not been
don't
America's
get
team
that.
since the '90s. Get that out of your head. So before we wrap everything up, I want to do something different. Since week 1 has around the corner here, I want to give my predictions of the conference. So with AFC East, I'm gonna say Buffalo's going that division. AFC North, I'm giving it to Baltimore. You already know the AFC South. I said Houston Texans. The AFC West, I hate to say it, I can see Chiefs. And this is when everybody's healthy. So everybody says healthy. This should be teams to win that conference. And then NFC, I'm gonna say Philadelphia. The NFC North, I'm gonna say Minnesota is gonna come in second. The Lions are gonna come in first. The NFC South, I'm gonna say the Falcons. I have to say the Falcons for that. And then lastly, but not least, NFC West, I'm gonna say the 49ers. Holder, do you have any comments or anything to say about those?
Only one AFC North, Pittsburgh.
What? Oh, I forgot you was a Pittsburgh fan.
This team is going to prove themselves this year. Last year, with terrible quarterback play, we beat everybody in the division except Cleveland one time. We were 5-1 and made the playoffs with terrible quarterback play. This year, we have 2 quarterbacks.
And I get what you're saying.
I'm going any further than that.
I get what you're saying.
Pittsburgh is my only.
I get what you're saying.
Out of all, I disagree with what you're saying in the AFC North.
I get what you're saying. Baltimore has what it takes to win that division. We're going to find out. With that being said, Holder, do you want any last comments, any last word to say?
All I have to say is everything I believe in is for our subscribers and listeners. Have a great NFL season. Best of luck to whomever your teams are. And no matter what Morgan and Holder say, you hold the faith in your team. And if you disagree or agree, please feel free to send us something and we will respond to it. And who knows, we may even have you on the podcast. That being said, you guys go ahead and you just just stay penalty free.
With that being said, that was Holder. And like he said, yes, this is all for fun and games, jokingly. I don't mean half what I say. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't mean what I say.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the Cowboys and Browns, I mean everything I say. Those 2 teams are trash. With that being said, don't let 4th down get you.